In this short demo, I'm going to show you how a data engineer can build an end-to-end production ETL pipeline with quality, scalability, and reliability using Databricks Delta Live tables. To start, I'm going to read some raw sensor data that's stored in a JSON format on cloud storage such as AWS S3 and do some basic ETL as well as apply data quality controls to the ETL pipeline. First, I'll write a SQL query that ingests all the data. I'll simply write a create table statement with the incremental keyword calling the table raw data. It's important to specify the incremental keyword because we don't want to reprocess all the data every single time. Now I'm going to select all the sensor data and point to the location where the files are stored using the cloud file syntax. And in this case, it's a JSON directory. This will invoke the autoloader to incrementally and automatically load sensor data as it arrives into the data lakehouse. Now that we have data ingested into the lakehouse, let's do some basic ETL. I'll create a live table called readings and write another select statement that does some basic transformation for each of the different columns. So for example, we'll use a timestamp function to parse a timestamp and cast the sensor reading to a number data type. To ensure data quality and integrity, I'm going to add data expectations to this table. I'll add a constraint to ensure we have valid timestamp because it is difficult to parse. So any invalid timestamps that arrive will get recorded as bad data, and Delta Live tables will let us know about that. Additionally, I can document what we have done so that other data engineers in my organization can understand and discover what these tables are and where they're coming from. So here I'll add a comment to say raw sensor data from JSON, and we'll go ahead here and say and comment sensor data with some basic ETL. What's important to note is the live syntax referenced throughout the data pipeline. As a data engineer, I have defined what I need this pipeline to do. The live syntax refers to the runtime mechanism of how Delta Live tables understands the queries, analyzes the pipeline to build the lineage of the data flow. Delta Live tables then takes care of all the environment configurations needed to run this ETL pipeline, either for development or production, so I can focus on applying the transformation or business logic. Now that we have built our ETL, let's go ahead to the pipeline details page. This pipeline can be set to run continuously for your streaming use cases or triggered to update the tables once or on a scheduled update. I'll go ahead and start the pipeline. And as you can see, we've got all the operational information about the pipeline right here. It's currently initializing and setting up all the different tables that we've created in that pipeline. Once Delta Live tables parses and understands the SQL queries, it's going to show this data flow graph. So you can see it's going to read the raw data and then it'll flow into the readings table. On the right-hand side, I can see all the stats related to this ETL pipeline. The status, the duration, the schema details, as well as the data quality statistics on how many records were written to the target or how many were dropped. So we can successfully say that all the timestamps were valid. Now, all this information is not only surfaced through the UI, but is also available in an event log and in a Delta table, which you can query using SQL. So you have multiple ways to really understand the life cycle of this ETL pipeline, to see how things change over time, to see the performance or any errors or the reliability of this ETL pipeline. In this short demo, you have seen how Delta Live tables, a cloud-native service in the Databricks Lakehouse platform, provides a reliable ETL framework to develop, monitor, manage, and operationalize data pipelines at scale. Thank you.